Hi friends, it's Monday again, and it's Miki here with your singing tip of the week. Today I'm doing another celebrity warm-up routine, and I focused on Billie Eilish. I really like her a lot. She's very young and very talented and very popular, and I feel a certain kinship with her because, I also started very young, and that's not to compare myself to her because she's obviously much more successful than I ever was, but I can relate to that singular focus and wanting to be very serious about music at a very young age. I think that she's mature beyond her years, and I don't get excited about a lot of new music, but I'm very excited about her because she's already a really great artist. She's a wonderful songwriter, and she has her entire life and career ahead of her. So I think it's really exciting to see how she's going to develop and grow in the next 30 years. Hopefully she'll be around for a long time and putting out music for a long time. So I actually looked for videos of her warming up on YouTube, and I could not find any. And that doesn't mean that they don't exist. I didn't perform an exhaustive search. I just poked around a little bit. But there are so many videos of her singing live at shows and her music videos. And then there's fan tributes and vocal coaches reacting to her. And I think all of that, there's so much of it that if there are any videos of her warming up, they probably got buried underneath there. What I did instead is I listened to a lot of her music, and I pulled out some of the techniques that she's using, and I created warm-ups around the techniques that she uses in her songs. So we're gonna do 7 warm-up exercises today. And I just wanna point out that one of the criticisms that's leveled against Billie a lot is that she often sings with a very quiet voice, and people say that that can get boring and that it's monochromatic in color. But if you really listen to what she's doing, she's using a lot of different techniques. So she's definitely not just singing in one way. And actually singing really quietly well is one of the most difficult things to do. She has incredible pitch control, and she's really using a lot of different really advanced techniques in her singing. And I think the same criticism can be leveled against those singers that belt all of the time. And I think that's even more monochromatic. And even though Billie's not one of those singers that's gonna be blowing us away with her ability to belt, I do think that she has that ability, and she does use a very nice chest blues voice in certain songs. Like for example, in Bellyache, she has a very nice bluesy quality, especially when she performs it live. So here we go. I'm super excited to do this video, and I love her so much. I think she's really talented, and I hope that this warm-up routine does her justice. So the first exercise that we're gonna do is a very high and clear riff. And on this one, I really want you to focus on, even though we're in your head voice range, you're not gonna be using a breathy tone yet. So we're not gonna hear that aspiration or the air escaping between your chords. You wanna keep your chords nice and connected and zipped up. So we're gonna start in E minor, and the riff goes like this. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one. And obviously, as always, you can take that as high as you like in your range. This next exercise is focusing on dynamics, and I pulled it from the song Bellyache in the part where she goes, "Where's my mind? Where's my mind?" So we're gonna start in C with a sharped 4th. So we're gonna go, mind, mind. And what I want you to focus on in this exercise is creating a really nice musical shape with your dynamics. So creating that crescendo and then diminuendo, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Mind, mind. obviously you can continue that as high as you like. This next exercise is sliding between intervals. And Billie does a really nice job of having this like bluesy, slinky way of singing under a note into it and then singing over a note into it. So she slides into her pitches a lot, which is really, really beautiful and a very mature way of singing. Sometimes she nails the pitch right on, so it's not that she doesn't have the ability to do that, but she stylistically sometimes chooses to scoop into the note from below or above. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start on a C scale, and we're gonna start on the B below, and we're just gonna slide up into that interval. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 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 oh. And now we're going to slide back down. Oh, 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 oh. I actually started that a half step down, so it wasn't a C scale, it was a B minor. Okay. So you can do that on any minor scale, obviously, and then we can also do slightly larger intervals. So let's take it now over a 2-octave arpeggio. Okay, so let's start on G major, and we're just going to go through the arpeggio intervals. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, 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 and really try to be musical and make it sound as beautiful as possible. Let's take one more of those because those are really nice. Oh, 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 and focus on really hitting all of the notes between those intervals. So don't just jump from one note to the other note. So not from the bass note to the top note. Oh, oh. That's not what we're doing here. We're creating that watercolor slide between the notes. And you can add a little bit of vibrato on the end because Billie also employs this really beautiful, natural, tight vibrato on the end of her phrases. She's got incredible vocal control. So let's do one more of those, keeping all of that in mind. Oh, 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 Good. And I can feel my voice waking up. I actually just woke up a little while ago, so I've got a little bit of that morning voice croak in there, and these are really going to help warm up your voice for the rest of the day. In this next exercise, we're going to focus on that vocal control that I just spoke about. So Billie is really able to control her voice in a very advanced way. So we're going to sing on and we're going to go Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. Obviously take that as high as you like. Okay, so now we're gonna finally get into that breathy voice that Billie is famous for. And you'll notice that I haven't even touched on that yet. We've gone through so many other techniques because they're all in there if you really listen to her singing. So now that we've warmed up a little bit, we can get into that really difficult breathy voice. What we're gonna do is we're gonna sing on high, so we get that aspiration on that H, and we're gonna go high, and really try to get that sound of the air hissing around the tone. So don't zip it up. 1, 2, 3, 4. High. And you'll notice that it's really difficult to sing in this breathy way because you're losing air very quickly, so you're going to run out of air faster than if you're singing with a zipped up chord. And you're also creating a lot of friction between your chords by blowing so much air between them. So try to minimize the amount of air that you're releasing. Try to keep it really focused. So what I mean is don't sing like this. Now I'm out of air. You want to pretend that you're breathing out through that tiny little coffee stirrer. Last one. This next exercise is getting into that low, growly blues voice that Billie sometimes uses. And so we're gonna start this exercise with vocal fry, and then we're gonna go into a chesty, bluesy tone. We're gonna start down here, and the riff goes like this. I. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. I. Last one. And you can take that to the top of your chest voice range until where you would have to transition. For our final exercise in this Billie Eilish inspired vocal warm-up, we're going to do some ornaments. So we're going to start on an A major scale, and we're just going to go oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, so we're going to go up the scale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. 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 Oh, and then you can take it down, obviously. And another variation that you can do is to add 2 little turns. So to give it even more of an ornament, you can go oh, 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 and then you can do it back down. So, just really practicing that incredible vocal control that Billie has. So there you have it. I hope that you enjoyed my Billie Eilish inspired warm-up routine. Please let me know what you thought in the comments below. And if you have another celebrity singer that you'd like me to tackle next, also leave your suggestions and I will put it on my list. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. I'm also really trying to get my subscriber numbers up, so if you could share this video with somebody that you think might enjoy it, I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you here next week for another singing tip of the week. Until then, happy singing.
Sitting all alone, mouth full of gum, in the driveway. My friends aren't far, in the back of my car, lay their bodies. Where's my mind? Where's my mind? They'll be here pretty soon, looking through my room for the money. I'm biting my nails, I'm too young to go to jail. It's kind of funny. Where's my mind? Where's my mind? Where's my mind? Where's my mind? Maybe it's in the gutter where I left my leather. What an expensive fake. My